lesson, we will be finding the missing sides of similar polygons, and this time it's word problems. And remember, in order to solve these, we will be writing a proportion, which is made up of two equivalent ratios. So let's read what the first problem is asking us. The door of a dollhouse is similar to a real door. The real door is 80 inches high and 36 inches wide. The dollhouse is 5 inches high. How wide is the dollhouse? The perimeter of the real door is 232 inches. What is the perimeter of the dollhouse? So, when I am looking at this problem, I'm just so visual. I really like to start by drawing a picture. So here, this is my dollhouse door, and this is my real life door. And remember, they said that these are similar, so my drawings do not have to look perfect, and we know that they will not be if I'm drawing them. So the real door is 80 inches high. There it is. And remember, it's inches. And it is 36 inches wide. The dollhouse door is 5 inches high. And we are looking for the width of the dollhouse. So here's our dollhouse information. And this is the real door. All right, so let's set up a proportion like we know, and I'm going to compare small to big or dollhouse to real. So I'm going to put doll over real. That's my brain setting up my thinking. And so my dollhouse height was 5, and the real height was 80. Again, comparing the two heights, putting them in the right place in the numerator and denominator. And now the dollhouse width, we do not know, but the width of the real door is 36. So as we're working this problem, remember, when we solve a proportion, we're going to solve using cross products. And cross products means, doesn't it look like a very big multiplication sign? We will go ahead and we will be multiplying our numbers that are across from each other. So I end up with an 80W is equal to our 5 times 36 is equal to 180. In order to get the width by itself, we're going to divide both sides by 80. So the width of the dollhouse is 2.25 inches, or that's actually like 2 1/4 inches. And this is the dollhouse width. Always like to label my answer. So that was the answer to the first question. Well, the second question is comparing perimeters. They give you the real perimeter. So I'm just going to write this information on the side. The real perimeter was equal to 232 inches. We want to know we did not know the doll perimeter. So there's my question. So now remember, we can go ahead and we can set up a proportion, setting up two sides that you know already from the picture, making sure that it's correct. So again, we are going to set up our thought box. Here's doll over real. So I know everything from the dollhouse will be on the top, everything from the real dimensions will be on the bottom. So looking at the 5 for the height for the dollhouse, 80 for the height of the real door. So we can now compare the perimeters. The perimeter they give you of the real door. So notice, real was here, so real is going to go in my denominator, and this is my doll perimeter. So again, I'm going to use cross products, and that means multiply. So 80D is equal to 5 times our 232 is equal to 1,160. We end up dividing both of those by 80, and my doll perimeter will be equal to 14.5 inches. And this is the doll perimeter. There are the two answers that they were looking for within the first problem. All right, so I need to go ahead, definitely. I'm going to separate my problems right here with my squiggle line. So we know now my brain is done with the first problem, and now my brain waves are headed to the second problem. So for the second problem, and remember, you know that in the problem, it says that two star-shaped cookie cutters are similar. So when I draw a picture, even though they may not look it, they are similar. It says the ratio of their side lengths is a 5:6. The side length of the smaller cookie cutter is 1.25 inches, and its perimeter is 12.5 inches. We're going to find two things. What is the side length of the larger cookie cutter? And what is the perimeter of the larger cookie cutter? So as we're working this problem, remember, I'm going to draw my pictures and, no criticism because they're similar. It says it in the problem. It says it in the title. So here's my small cookie cutter. And here is my larger cookie cutter. They're similar, right? Yes. Give me a break. So now when I'm looking at labeling my parts, I see that they said in the direction, in the information, the side length of the smaller cookie cutter, which is my smaller one, I'm labeling it small, the side length is 1.25 inches. And this is our bigger one, and we're trying to find what is this side length. In the problem, they actually do give us the ratio of their side lengths. They're not that much difference in size. So when I'm writing my ratio, here it is. It is and I'm writing my words, small over big. And you're going to say, well, which do I put first? Well, the smaller number between 5 and 6 is 5, and 6 is on the bottom because this is the ratio of the sides. And now, again, I'm going to my small picture, and it's 1 25/100, 1.25 or 1 1/4. And the big side, this bigger side length is what we're trying to find. Again, we will definitely go ahead and we will do our cross products. That means we're multiplying, and we end up with 5x, multiplying 5 times x, and we multiply 6 times 1.25, and that is actually equal to 7.5. We divide by 5 on both sides, and so x is equal to 1.5, which is our larger star side. And it is in inches. So there is our answer to letter A. For letter B, they want to know what's the perimeter of the larger one. Well, notice, go back into the problem, and the problem states that we have the perimeter, we have the side length of the small and the small perimeter. So now, again, for the second part, letter B, I'm going to write small to big because that is setting up my thought process. And I am looking at, again, my ratio comparison is a 5 to 6, small to big. In the question, they state the perimeter is 12.5 inches for the small. So that's where my 12.5 will be in my numerator. Small, small, small. In my denominator, I have my bigger one. And notice, what is the perimeter of the big one? Well, we don't know. So that's going to go ahead and be our setup. Again, we're going to do cross products. And we do get 5x is equal to, when we multiply 6 times 12.5, it's 75. And when we divide by 5, x is equal to 15. And that is our large perimeter for our star. And it's 15 again, because everything was in inches, it's 15 inches. And that's the answer for the second part. If this video was helpful to you today, please add a like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe for more Math with Marcia. See you again soon.